Hello everyone, welcome back. I am so excited about today's video. If you are new here, my name is Risa and I was a freelance makeup artist for more than 20 years until about 3 years ago when I decided to do YouTube full-time. As we all know, about a year ago when the pandemic started, so many people in all industries lost their jobs. And honestly, from the bottom of my soul, I hurt for every single person that lost their jobs. But being that I was a makeup artist for so many years, I felt it even deeper for my fellow artists, makeup artists, hairdressers. When there are no events, people don't get their makeup done. And of course, salons were closed in some places for a very long time. So what a lot of these artists started doing is showing off their skills online. They put more content up on Instagram. They started YouTube channels. So much incredible talent can also be found on TikTok. And that's where I discovered Megan Lombardi. I found her on my For You page. Her makeup was just stunning. And then she mentioned that she was a celebrity makeup artist for Charlotte Tilbury, who is one of my favorite makeup artists and has one of my favorite brands of all time. And it all made sense because Megan's whole makeup aesthetic and look is everything that I love. So of course I started following her. I commented on one of her videos. She commented back. So we started communicating. I asked her if she would film a video explaining how she would do my makeup if I were sitting in her chair. So today, Megan is going to sort of do my makeup. She is going to walk me step by step to achieving the perfect classic Charlotte Tilbury look. So you will see how I go from this to this. And along the way, Megan is going to give me and you some amazing makeup tips. So without any further ado, here is Megan. I will be back up on your screen momentarily as she gets started with the makeup.
Risa, and to everyone who watches Risa's YouTube channel and loves it just like I do. I'm so excited to be here. My name is Megan Lombardi. I'm a pro makeup artist based in Los Angeles, and prior to this pandemic, I was a pro makeup artist for the brand Charlotte Tilbury. So recently I was connected to Risa through TikTok. We love TikTok. It's so much fun. I've hopped on TikTok recently and started teaching makeup, doing tutorials, doing product reviews, really everything. So I have a series on my TikTok where I give my pro makeup artist notes on viral makeup that I've seen just scrolling through social media, and then I say what I would do if I were doing that person's makeup. So that's basically what we're going to do in today's video. I picked out all these products that I know are going to look really beautiful on Risa, and that are some of my favorites, and it's just going to be as if I were doing her makeup, but she's going to be doing it on herself. I'm going to give her all my notes on how to apply these products in the Charlotte Tilbury glamorous red carpet aesthetic. So let's go ahead and jump into this look. It's going to be very similar to what I have on right now, which is very bronzy, a little peachy, and very glamorous. So the first thing we're going to do is start with skincare. If you know Charlotte Tilbury, you know Magic Cream. This is the jumbo size, but the Magic Cream is a daytime moisturizer, primer, and serum that you're going to do before you do your makeup. This is going to help your makeup to look really fresh. If you're putting on a lot of powders and matte products on top of Magic Cream, everything melts and just looks like good skin. So we love Magic Cream as a primer. Then we're going to do a little bit of eye cream. This is the Magic Eye Rescue. This is a very brightening eye cream. So you're going to literally apply it and watch that under eye brighten up. It's also a primer for your concealer, so I highly recommend not skipping that step. It's important to keep the under eye area hydrated. Next, you're going to put on a little lip balm at the beginning of your makeup application. So by the time you get to your lips, it's already sunken in. And this is the Magic Lip Oil, but you can use whatever lip balm that you have. All right, so for foundation today, I've selected the Airbrush Flawless Foundation because Risa, just like myself, has oilier skin. So this is going to be a product that's better for oil control. It's also going to be a fuller coverage and more long wearing. So I love this product. I've used it today. It's really beautiful and lightweight on the skin. And it even has an anti-aging serum in it that I like to compare to a retinol. So it's like a skincare product meets an amazing full coverage foundation, which just equals great skin. So you're going to apply that. I like to use her Magic Complexion brush, and then I just kind of use light little stippling motions. You can also use your fingers. Charlotte loves to do it that way. I applied this side of my face with it, and you get more coverage when you do it that way, but it's totally up to your personal preference. All right, after your complexion is looking beautiful with that foundation, you're going to dip into a color corrector. These are the Magic Vanish color correctors. I suggested shade number 2 for Risa, and that one's going to be really great for correcting any blueness under the eyes, and this will help the under eyes to look even brighter when you dip into your concealer. Next up for concealer, we're going to be using Magic Away Concealer. I love this because it's like a second skin. You can smile, you can laugh, and it doesn't crease, and that is amazing for a concealer. So I recommend getting 2 different shades. One that you're going to focus under your eyes, that's going to be a shade lighter, and then one that's going to be able to go all over any spots on the skin, anywhere you just need a little bit more coverage that's going to blend in with your foundation. I personally use a shade 4 here and a 5 around the outer perimeter of my face. So these concealers are amazing, and Charlotte Tilbury uses these almost as a foundation. She really warms it up on the back of her hand and taps it in and almost creates a brand new complexion with these concealers alone. I love them. They're amazing. You guys are going to love them too. Alright, so now that your complexion is looking perfect, we're going to jump onto the brows. We're going to be using the Brow Lift. And the traditional Charlotte brow is very fluffy. And what you're going to do is you're going to focus a little bit more on building an arch through here and elongating through here. A Charlotte brow is a bit more arched and elongated, which just looks very feminine, very sexy. And then you're going to want to just do some light strokes through the front of the brow, brush it out a lot, and then you're going to finish with a little bit of Legendary Brows Tinted Brow Gel, and then you're just going to give everything a good fluff, and then voila, you've got perfect Charlotte brows. Alright, so now that your skin is looking beautiful and your brows are done, we're going to add some color to the skin. So this is the contour wand. So what you're going to do is take the wand and create that classic 3 shape, and then you're going to blend it out. I really like using this brush too. And what you'll notice is this is really sheer, but it gives just the right amount of dimension to the skin so that we're chiseling those cheekbones, that jawline, and you're just sculpting those features really beautifully. After the contour wand, we're going to emphasize that same area with a bit of powder contour. This is the Film Star Bronze and Glow. You're just going to dip your brush in and go over that same area. And if you need a guide, you can go ahead and suck in your cheekbones. Charlotte calls that following the hollow. It's going to give you killer cheekbones. You're going to love it. Okay, so now that the skin is looking great, the brows are done, we're going to jump into the eyes. We're going to be using 2 products on the eyes. The first is a cream shadow. These are the Eyes to Mesmerize cream eyeshadows. And then this is the Exaggerized eyeshadow palette. This is one of my favorites. It's very neutral, yet glamorous. And Risa, you're going to look so beautiful in this. So this color used to be called Betty. It has a new name now, but it's so gorgeous. You can take it out with your finger or a brush, and you're going to put that all over the lid, very lightly going onto the brow bone. And I'm going to give you all of my tips and tricks for hooded eyes too, because I know we want to keep that into consideration. I like to take my little blender brush to apply that, and then I very lightly take it out onto the brow bone, kind of winging outward. Having this cream eyeshadow as a base is going to help all of these eyeshadows to pop that much more. Okay, so now we're going to dip into this eyeshadow palette. The first one is the priming shade. You're just going to put that all over the lid. That just sets the scene. And it has a built-in primer, so you don't need anything underneath, although we do have that cream eyeshadow. But really, you can just put this on a bare lid, and that's going to really help everything to grip. Next, we're going to dip into this enhanced shade, and that's just going to go right into the crease. You can also take that same brush and put that on the lower lash line, and you're going to connect those 2 areas right here in the outer V and wing out. The Charlotte style of eyeshadow is very winged out and lifted, which Risa does her makeup like that anyways, so we're just going to take it a little bit lower. That's my challenge for you, Risa, is to take your eyeshadow a little lower here. This is a trick for those of you with hooded eyes. Since it's harder to do all the detailing up here, you really want to put more detailing here because it's super visible. It's going to give a very sexy shape to the eyes, and it'll really pull together at the end. Next, we're dipping into this warm brown, and you're going to focus that on the outer corners of the eyes. You can just do little circular motions, and then as you have less on the brush, you can lightly flick outward, and that's going to give you that soft, diffuse, lifted shadow look. You can also take a light amount of that same shadow and run that on the lower lash line. Last but not least, we have that gorgeous pop shade. I do not hold back when it comes to this. So dip your ring finger into it and then just really pat it onto the lid. I go a little bit into the crease as well, and then that's just going to make the eyes look bigger and wider. That was the whole design of this Exaggerize, is to exaggerize your eye shape and make your eyes look super big, wide, and open. So tips on your application when you have hooded eyes is you want to look straight into the mirror. Don't look down, don't look up. And then you're just going to put your eyeshadow where your crease when you're looking straight, and then that's the key to getting your eyeshadow in the perfect place. All right, for eyeliner today, we're going to be doing a classic Charlotte Tilbury flick. So she likes to do a nice lifted thin wing. We have 2 different eyeliner options depending on what you have at home, Risa. This is the Rockin' Kohl, and it's called a liquid kohl pencil because it glides like a liquid, but it is a kohl pencil, and Barbarella Brown. And so you just kind of pull out, you start at the outer corner of the eye, and you pull out towards the ear, so the liner isn't going upwards, it's actually going outwards. And and that creates a very sexy, dramatic wing that looks very sleepy and very Charlotte. So after you draw out that wing towards the ear, that line, you're just going to trace it backwards and do a thin line along your lashes. I have a more rounder eye shape, so I don't take it quite in here. So depending on your eye shape, if you have rounder eyes, you can skip that part. If you have more of an almond eye, you can definitely take it all along here to the inner corner of the eye. But I just like to go about 3/4 of the way over, and that just kind of emphasizes the outer corners more. Then I take the liner and I put it on the inner waterline and really push it into the lashes to make it a little bit more dramatic. I also have the classic Audrey pencil. This is an eyeshadow pressed into a pencil in soft brown, and you can use that one too. It's a little softer. And what I like to do is I like to lightly run that along the lash line. So we're not going to put it in the waterline. We're going to just make that lash line look a little thicker, and it gives a little bit more shape to the eye. All right, so Risa is a huge Charlotte Tilbury fan, so I'm sure she has both mascaras. This is Legendary Lashes, and this is Pillow Talk. Pillow Talk is going to comb through more and kind of pull to make it longer, and then Legendary Lashes is all about the drama. This is going to give you that false lash effect. So Risa and I were talking about lashes. She loves lashes just like I do. I'm wearing these like suede outer corner ones, which she does have, but for this look, you might want a little bit more drama. I recommend doing a style that tapers out on the ends, but still looks really light and fluffy, so that we can see through to all this beautiful eyeshadow detailing that we did. You don't want a lash that's like almost like a heavy curtain so you can't see all the detail. You want something that's on the fluffier side to really complement this style of makeup. All right, so now that the eyes and the lashes are finished, we're going to jump onto the lips. So Charlotte has a very particular lip shape, and so I'm going to show it to you. We're going to be using Iconic Nude. That is my choice for Risa's makeup today. This is the perfect nude lip liner. So what you're going to want to keep in mind when you're doing your lip liner is to smile to stretch your lips. And what you're going to want to do is overline only at the cupid's bow. So you are going to lift a little higher than where your cupid's bow is to give a little bit more fullness. And you're going to go a little lower down here in the center of the lip too. And we're creating a heart-shaped lip effect. And then on the sides, you're going to want to really keep that line to where your true natural lip line is, so then it looks like it's kind of cutting in a little bit and very heart-shaped, pouty. That's the true classic Charlotte Tilbury lip shape that's inspired by Kate Moss's lips, her BFF, so we love a Kate Moss style lip. So after you do that nude lip liner, we're going to be mixing two different lipsticks together. We have the classic iconic Pillow Talk and Nude Kate, so we're kind of making a custom nude. Now you can pop on whatever gloss you like. Risa and I talked about doing a bead set. That would be a really pretty lip topper. I have this one from the holidays called Champagne Diamonds, which is also just sort of a sparkly nude one, and that is perfect for this look. All right, so the lips are all finished, so now we're going to put some color on the cheeks. If you have the Beauty Light ones at home, these are cream blushes. You absolutely can use those. I recommended Peachgasm to Risa, but I think we're going to instead use either Ecstasy or the Climax. Ecstasy is perfect too. It's very peachy. So Charlotte does like a very lifted, sculpted cheek. So you're going to want to smile and kind of go upwards towards the ear. It's going to be a little bit more lifted rather than focusing everything on the apple of the cheek. You want to keep the blush application towards the end of your makeup, because then you can see how much color's on the lip, how much color's on the eye. Then you could just put the perfect amount on the cheek so it's not too overwhelming. Next, we're going to do a little bit of highlighter. This is the Pillow Talk highlighter. If you have a powder highlighter you want to do instead, that's totally fine. I just like the texture that this cream one gives, and you're just going to want to put a little bit on the cheekbones and then tap it in with the finger. Try not to go too much past about where your eye starts. That's sort of the perfect guideline. And that's going to give a beautiful luminosity to your cheeks as you look around. Last but not least, we've reached the part of the makeup application that's very important for us oily skin gals, and that's the airbrush powder. I have the two different shades here, shades 1 and 2. If you're on the tanner side, you can definitely mix both of them. Otherwise, Risa, you might be a shade 1, but you could mix in some of the number 2 if you happen to have it. I just have Charlotte's powder brush, and what you're going to want to do is roll that powder on, kind of like so, all around the nose area. I have very bright lights on me, so no matter how much powder I put on, I still look very glowy. But the good thing about this powder is it actually still allows your skin to glow. It's a hydrating powder, which is pretty incredible. So what you're gonna wanna do is focus that through the center of the face, very light little either rolling motions or taps. You can even put some under your contour line too, and that's gonna perfectly set the makeup and blur the look of your pores, but it's still going to look very natural and soft and not overly done. All right, we've reached the very last step. Risa, I know you love this product. This is the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. It smells incredible, and this is going to be great for all you makeup and mask wearers. This product really helps protect your masks from all your makeup. I'm telling you, you're going to want to keep this with you. It's amazing. All right, one more thing I just thought of is take a little bit of that Beauty Light Wand highlighter, and then if you have the Film Star Bronze and Glow, what we're going to do is dip your brush into that highlighter and then swirl it in the highlighter in the Film Star Bronze and Glow. And what you're going to do is pop that right on the inner corners of your eyes. This is a Charlotte trick, and that gives your eyes a really beautiful, more opened, mesmerizing look. You can also put a little bit of that on the brow bone too, and that gives a nice pop. All right, and that is our finished Charlotte Tilbury Glam. Such a classic Charlotte look. It also looks very bridal, very everyday. For those glamorous women out there, that this is your everyday look. So Risa, I cannot wait to see your finished look. I'm sure you're gonna do this so beautifully. Send me a picture, and hope you guys enjoyed watching. See you all on TikTok.
So I am loving this finished look. I know my regular viewers are probably thinking, Risa, that's not too far off from what you usually do on yourself, which is true because that is why I am so drawn to the Charlotte Tilbury aesthetic. It enhances your features versus overpowering them. The look always comes out just very soft and pretty. I did learn a few things, as I think you could tell by my facial expressions during the video. Almost the entire time I kept thinking, Megan, where does the powder come in? I need powder. I was just shocked at how that rolling technique worked at the end. It truly made my pores disappear. I also love the trick for highlighting the tear duct area, mixing the cream highlight with the powder highlight to make it really pop. And I don't personally do this enough, but I really love how using the cream eyeshadow first really does make any shadow you put on top of it, any powder shadow, become much more vibrant. I also am going to start doing my blush a little bit higher. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of the blush placement. I do tend to go a little bit lower on the apples of my cheeks, and I don't know, do you guys like it? It's higher for sure, but I think it does give a lifting effect. And the brow color that I used is a little bit lighter than normal, but I am loving it. I'm loving the two brow products. And everything will be listed in the description box. All of the shades that I used with links to purchase. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed filming it and as much as I enjoyed working with Megan. You have got to check her out here on YouTube. And definitely if you are on TikTok, go follow her right now. I promise you, you will not regret it. She shares so many more tips and tricks and product reviews. I am just so happy to have discovered her, and I'm so thankful that she agreed to do this video with me. So thank you, Megan. Thank you everyone so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would join the Risa Does Makeup family. You can do that just by hitting that subscribe button. You can also find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter under the same username, Risa Does Makeup. I do have a TikTok account. I have posted one video back in October, and I do have plans to put up more TikTok content. I'm just very nervous and intimidated. So I'm hoping that someday someone will come over and show me how to make TikTok videos because it seems very difficult. Anyway, you can go follow me on TikTok if you want. Hopefully there will be some content up soon. But until then, I look forward to seeing you in my next YouTube video.